I want some of your brown sugar. I want some of your brown sugar. I want some of your brown sugar. Hello, beautiful people. Welcome back to my channel. This is Brownsugar and I'm your girl, Kayla. If you're new here, make sure to subscribe for more videos about Black entertainment, Black womanhood, and whatever the heck else I feel like talking about this week. All right, let's get right into it. So, we're going right along off of my last video, which was my favorite albums and musical projects of 2021. And we're going to get into my favorite TV shows and movies of 2021. Now, I feel like 2021 was a great year in terms of content, like both for television shows and movies. Now I know like in terms of movies, everything was kind of still weird because a lot of movies were half released in theaters and half kind of not. But you know, those with HBO Max was still eating regardless, okay? And I definitely think more than ever, we really got to see a lot of good stuff, which we've been kind of deprived of. I feel like 2020 was okay, but I feel like this year was leaps and bounds better in terms of content. I feel like almost every streaming platform held their weight, especially in like that last quarter. Like everybody did a little piece of something, you know what I'm saying? Like HBO is still that girl, okay? Like Netflix gave it a little bit of runner for its money. You know, she not too much on Netflix now, because Netflix did give us some cute little stuff here and there, but HBO is still that girl for me, okay? And it's definitely, especially talking about they dropping their prices, they definitely still that girl to me, okay? But yes, I feel like every streaming platform gave us a little bit of something, and especially in terms of Black content, we really ate last year. Like, we got a variety of stuff. We are, you know, finally getting to some good stuff, which keep it coming, okay? Keep it freaking coming, because I'm here for it. I didn't even get to everything for real. But yeah. So first, let's get into television shows, since that list is a little bit shorter, okay? So first things first, we're gonna talk about Never Have I Ever, okay? Never have I ever had me in a chokehold during the summer, because I never knew about it. I know it was like, what was this, the second season of the show? I never heard about this, or I kind of heard about it, but I just never watched it. And I finally got into it this past summer, and boy, was I hooked. I was hooked to this show. I'm tapped in and tuned into this love triangle that's going on here, okay? This drama with Davy, Ben, and Paxton, I am tuned in, tapped in, and tuned in. And by the way, it is Team Ben all the way. Paxton can go right to hell. I don't care how cute he is. We don't care. It's Team Ben for sure, for sure. But Davy is definitely one of those chaotic main characters that just be doing stuff. And you be like, girl, what is you doing? And I love shows like that. I'm here for the mess. But yes, Never Have I Ever was a show that definitely surprised me. But it is definitely a very good show. Definitely one of the better Netflix originals. And I'm so ready for the next season. Like, I hope it's coming soon, because it was crazy. Okay, next we have to talk about Squid Games. Like, come on, we can't talk about 2021 television Netflix originals without bringing up Squid Games. Like, it had the time, every social media platform in a chokehold for weeks, everyone with their theories and dissections, and I love to see it. I love when we all come together and enjoy a piece of media, okay? I just love to see how people's brain works and how they, like, you know, watch something and what do they get from it. Like, that's the English major in me, I think. But yeah, Squid Games was a great time. I'm all here, you know, for the international squad getting their love and appreciation, okay? Because, you know, obviously every country be making stuff better than us. Like, come on now. Does it need a season 2? Absolutely not. I think this is just definitely a cash grab, but I'm sure it'll probably be just as great as season 1. Like, why would it not? But maybe not. I don't know. But all I know is my man needs to not be in that thing. He better go take care of that child immediately. Like, playing games with his life, with his red hair, okay? And that old man can go straight to hell. I don't care. You know, we was rooting for you the whole goddamn however many episodes. You just gonna betray us like that? Like, come on. But yes, Squid Games definitely was tapped and tuned in like everybody else. Good time, okay? Another one I want to talk about is Sex Education. Like, the past season was excellent per usual. Like I said, Sex Education is another good show that I definitely think, you know, like, I feel like, I mean, people talk about it, but I definitely think it deserves even more. Like, I just think it's a great show. And shout out to Sex Education for being literally the only Netflix original with like 5 dark-skinned leads. Like, is it 4 or 5? They have 4? Or is it 3? Nah, it's only 3, child. It's 3 dark skinned ladies. But that's more than some. That's more than the white people. And that's a black show. So what is that saying? What is that saying? Like, other than Blood and Water, like, this is the only one with more dark-skinned characters than anybody else, okay? Like, that isn't, no, 4, it's 4. It's 4 dark-skinned characters. Okay, like, come on. Shout out to Sex Education, but, you know, I'm a little bit on the fence about the whole Maeve and Otis thing, but, you know, I think it's a cute, I think it's cute, I guess. Like, I feel like it was already inevitable they were going to get together, so why not, you know? But yeah, even that one character, her name is, like, I think her name was Amy? I'm gonna say her name is Amy. It's Maeve's best friend. I really like the role that her character took this season. Like, I really like, she's definitely becoming one of my favorite characters of the show, and that definitely surprised me. And I love when shows, you know, do that. Like, show, like, characters that's not under your radar, like, make them more lovable. I will still never see it for Adam. I don't give a damn. I will never see it for Adam and Eric, ever. Even though they end up breaking up? They did. So, good for Eric. I'm sorry, because it was never giving. I'm sorry. It was never giving. I'm never here for the bully to lover storyline when it comes to queer characters. It's not interesting. It's not funny. And it's just, no. Y'all be trying to get that man a redemptive story arc, and it's not. It's never going to happen. It's never going to be T. Adam in this household. So sorry about it. Next, we have Clickbait. Clickbait is another one that had another series, limited series, that kind of had this timeline in a tizzy for a little bit, and I was here for it as well. That show had me on the edge of my seat every single episode, and I love shows that do that. Like, every episode, I'm like, did he do it? Did the sister do it? Did the wife do it? Who did it? And then when we found out who finally freaking did it, oh my God, Secretary Lady could go straight to hell. I'm sorry if you haven't watched it, but you should have been. What are you doing? Okay? That Secretary Lady, awful. Awful, awful, awful. Awful. No. But yes, Clickbait, excellent television. I love it. I love me a cute little limited series, short, sweet, to the point. Okay? Yes. Next, we had the highly, highly anticipated season 2 of WuTang, An American Saga. Yes, I've been waiting for this for what, like 3 years now? Like, that and Rami. Like, Hulu really be playing games when it comes to these shows. Like, why y'all playing with me? But it was well worth the wait. If y'all don't know about WuTang American Saga, I feel like it's a show people don't really talk about that much. But it's basically the story, like the biopic of the WuTang Clan, you know, the 90s hip-hop group or whatever. And I really love the way the direction that this season took. I like especially the narrative, like the storytelling choices, and like the cinematography, and like the way that they choose to tell, like, especially like how to describe how each of the members of the WuTang Clan thinks, and like how does it work and all of that. Like, I really love that they got more into depth of how the mechanics of it all this season. It was really, really good. Also, Shameik Moore, on a side note, Shameik Moore is an excellent actor, y'all. Like, he does a lot of cornball foolishness off online, but in terms of an actor, this boy is very versatile. Like, between his character in Dope, Shaolin Fantastic, and The Get Down, Spider-Man, like Into the Spider-Verse, and this, like, the boy got range. He got range. You gotta give him that, okay? Might be corny offline and on the internet, but in them when it comes to him actually acting, he be doing the damn thing. He really be doing the damn thing when it comes to this series. So definitely check it out. Next, we have Sex Life of College Girls. I mean, this is a show that definitely surprised me. Like, I thought it was very good. I'm going to do a completely separate video about it because I want to talk about it and how it shows that there needs to be more television shows and movies surrounding young adults and people in college, because I feel like that's a forgotten genre of media, and this show just proved it. Like, it was definitely excellent from start to finish. I cannot wait for it. See, we have 2 Mindy Kipling shows on here, or Curling. How do you say her name? Mindy Curling Kipling? I'm sorry if I say her like, I know, be doing the damn thing when it comes to her shows, because Never Have I Ever is also her show as well. But this show, I love it. I love that, you know, we have all parties are pretty much taken care of in terms of representation. Well, there's not a Latina character, actually. which is interesting. We could have swapped out a white girl for a Latina girl. But, you know, still pretty good show. I love it. I love the dynamic of the girls. Each of the characters are very interesting in their own ways. And this season definitely was very interesting and entertaining. And I'm here for the next season, whenever the hell that comes, okay? Another surprising show for me is Love Life, season 2. Because I never watched Love Life season 1. But this one, we got my guy from Good Place, and he looking good. Like, that's how you know a beard will change your life, honey, because he ain't look nothing like this on The Good Place, okay? All he needed was a little different haircut and a little beard, and he looking real cute, real adorable. But this show definitely surprised me, and it was very interesting. It also got my girl, I forget what her real name, Jessica James? I'm not sure, but she was a part of that one like Netflix version movie called The Incredible Jessica James, or Amazing Jessica. No, it's either Amazing Jessica James or The Incredible Jessica James. I'm not sure which one it's called, but I want to see her in more things, and I was so excited to see her in this show. Also, we have Aunt Viv up in there. We got Janet Hubert. Come on, Janet Hubert finally getting work. Okay. But yes, I really was surprised by this show. It was very entertaining, and I'm all here for, like I said, black folks we've been eating. Great content in 2021. And if you have not checked out Love Life season 2, definitely check it out. It is really good, really interesting. Okay, very interesting. But yeah, I really liked it. Okay. Oh, and we can't talk about television shows of 2022 without talking about Insecure, okay? I already have I broke down every episode and gave my thoughts and opinions about the series as a whole for the past couple of weeks. And I have a playlist and everything like that, and I'll definitely put it in the cards or link it below. Yeah, you know how I feel about Insecure. That is my favorite show of all time. I love it. Okay, I love to see it, love to watch it, and I'm so sad to see it go. Every Sunday without Insecure is just heartbreaking. But like I said, I'm forever just love Issa Rae for what she did in this show. And like I said, people have a lot to say about this last season, but I think it was a pretty damn good season, and obviously excellent series. And I just love that Issa got to do it her own way and on her own terms. Like I said, if you want to see all of my true, like, in-depth thoughts and opinions, definitely check out my Insecure playlist. Let's get into my favorite movies of 2021. So first, we obviously had Judas and the Black Messiah. Daniel Kaluuya and Lakeith Stanfield did the damn thing, okay? This movie was excellent. I know people have funny things about Daniel Kaluuya when it comes to this movie because he is British, and they're talking about, you know, an Black American historical figure, but I still think he carried. I think he did a damn good job, and like I said, he's showing that he is a force to be reckoned with when it comes to Black Hollywood and Hollywood in general, not even just Black Hollywood. But yes, this solidified that. And also Lakeith as well. Like, don't sleep on him now. He definitely carried as well. Excellent soundtrack, excellent movie. I mean, we need more movies about people like the Black Panther Party, Huey Newton, and all of like the unsung heroes of the Black Panther Party, especially the women as well. Like, I feel like people really do not talk about women in terms of Black Panther Party other than Angela Davis. Like, there's so much other women that had to participate, but this is definitely a problem with just civil rights stuff, but not too much on it. Neither here nor there. Another conversation another time. Judas Black Messiah was excellent, start to finish, and you should definitely check it out if you haven't. I think it was on HBO Max that I watched it on. Yeah. But yeah. Next, we have Almost Love. This is a cute little romance movie starring Kofi Siriboe, and I'm not sure of the girl's name because I've never seen her or anything before, but definitely gorgeous. I want to see her in more things. I'm 100% here for this movie simply because there's 2 dark-skinned leads. Like, we don't ever see that. Like, rarely. Like, the only other 2 we have is Aubrey Photograph and If Beale Street Can Talk. So it's right up there with them. I think it was a very cute movie about this artist and this lawyer getting together and the ups and downs of their relationship. Very cute movie. Thoroughly enjoyed it. Definitely check it out if you haven't, especially if you are a hopeless romantic like me. Okay, and love them a good little romance film. But I definitely like it. But we need to give Kofi more roles where he ain't in the struggle. Like, I feel like every movie and television show he's struggling in some type of way. Like, Queen Sugar, he's struggling. Okay, even in Insecure, he was struggling a little bit. Like, he just always on the struggle bus. And I want him to be secure. I want him to have some stuff together for once in a movie. But I definitely want to see him in more movies, for sure. Okay, going right along, next movie, Respect, which is basically the Aretha Franklin biopic story that we've been waiting for 30,000 years. Jennifer Hudson delivered. I don't care what no one says. She did a damn good job. Obviously, we see the improvement from Dreamgirls to now in terms of the acting and even the singing. Like, Jennifer Hudson is, you know, obviously a once-in-a-lifetime talent, once-in-a-lifetime voice, and she just did such a great job paying homage to such a incredible entertainer and woman that is Aretha Franklin. I think she definitely did, you know, our girl a justice. You know what I'm saying? But you know who else was very surprising in this movie? Marlon freaking Wayans. Like, he played evil and conniving so well, but still having charisma. Like, don't sleep on Marlon now. Don't sleep. Cause you know, we all know him for being Mr. Funny Dude, you know, and being with his brothers and stuff like that, and being like the wacky and zany one. But he could do serious as well, and that's range, honey. That is range. The category is range, and Marlon got it. Okay, I want to see him in more serious acting because he really did the damn thing. But yes, respects. I gotta watch it again. I only watched it when it first came out, but I definitely gotta watch it again. It was a little bit long, but I mean, what biopic isn't? Like, you can't really do a biopic without being a good, cute little 2 hours. But yes, Respect was definitely good. I definitely enjoyed it. Next, we have Passing. Okay, Passing is another Netflix original movie that came out not too long ago, and it's basically talking about these two biracial women, and they basically run into each other. They grew up together, and they run into each other. And this is like set, like, I want to say 1950s or so, or even a little bit before that, during segregation. And basically, one of these biracial women is passing for a white woman, and the other girl, you know, finds out, and a lot of crazy stuff ensues. I really want to do a deep dive in this movie, and I wanted to do when it first came out, but like time really just got the best of me. I am Iloho, did a great movie dissection and analysis of the movie, but I just want to do it. Like, my English brain wants to do it so badly. But Tessa Thompson, I think her name is, the other woman's name is Ruth something, but they did a damn good job in this film. I really liked it. I really liked it. It is a lot to talk about how race is truly just a social construct. But yes, Passing on Netflix. Watch it. Going right along with the Netflix train, we got Concrete Cowboy. Concrete Cowboy stars Caleb McCullen and the wonderful Idris Elba. I love this movie because I just think it is, you know, I feel like very seldomly we talk about the father and son relationship, especially ones that are like strained and truly, you know, figuring that out. And like these, you know, this estranged father and son got to bond over like horses and cowboy, you know, not necessarily being cowboys, but like bonding over horses. And there's like this small community of these horse owners and like Philadelphia, I think it is, and I think that and that's like real life. Like, there are real life people in Philadelphia that ride horses, and I think that's dope because, as I said in my Black films conversation, we need more unique stories. Like, yes, we love the biopics, we love the historical films and stuff, but like, give us a little something different. Like, give us something different. And I thought this movie was a little something different, and it was cute and fun. And we had a little appearance from Gerald Jerome, which I always love because Gerald Jerome is brilliant. I mean, I'm not gonna spoil it for y'all, but I liked him in this movie, and I think this movie was very good, and I think people don't talk about it enough. Concrete Cowboy, Netflix, watch it. Going right along with Cowboys and Netflix, we have The Hard Day for All. You thought I was gonna talk about this movie? Come on. This was what, when I saw the trailer, I was like, yes, this is what I wanted. Because also, I said in the Black films conversation, I wanted a Black Western, and this is what I got. They freaking delivered. I mean, all-star cast. You got Regina Bing King, okay? Regina the King. We got Lakeith again. Jonathan Majors, who's another one that's definitely a one to watch in Hollywood. Idris again. Deion Cole. I don't remember the guy that was really funny, but like, I like his character. Also, the lady with the little civil rights voice, I like her. Okay. And then you have Zazie Beetz. She did pretty decent as well, even though y'all know my feelings about the fact that she was playing the real life stage. I know like this show was just, I mean, the movie was just like, just in name, like it wasn't historically accurate what's happening in this movie, but it's just disrespectful to me that you would use a dark skin plus size woman's name and then don't have a dark skin plus size woman in your cast. Like, it just felt like y'all did that on purpose to market the movie, and I don't like that. I don't like that. But the movie was very good. The twist was immaculate. It was chef's kiss. And obviously cinematography, storyline, all of that, 8, and like the performances, 8. I enjoyed it thoroughly. Was here for it thoroughly. Yes, more Black Westerns, please and thank you. Okay. Next, we have Being the Ricardos. This is one I recently watched, but it did come out in 2021, so I have to mention it in this list because I just, but yeah, it was on Amazon Prime. It was excellent, okay? It tells the story of Desi Arnaz and Lucille Ball, the real-life couple in I Love Lucy. If you did not know, they actually was married in real life. And I love this because, like I told y'all, I'm a sucker for a biopic. I also love Lucy, okay? I love that show. Me and my dad used to watch it all the time growing up. So I just thought it was very interesting, like, you know, how this real life couple was playing a fictional couple. Like, how did that work out in real life? Like, what was their dynamic? And I feel this movie did a pretty good job at, like, giving me that story. Especially, I love the way that they framed the entire movie. But yes, I think that Nicole Kidman, who played Lucy, did a damn good job, because a person like Lucille Ball is very hard to replicate. Like, I feel like people think it might be easy because she's like a funny character, but to do like the actual like Lucy character and then Lucille Ball as the person is very like interesting to see, like the contrast. But I think Nicole Kidman carried that movie and she did a damn good job. I think also the guy that played Desi did a good job as well. I'm not sure if his name is drawing a blank right now, but it was a good movie. Definitely, if you're interested to know about the story of the, you know, Desi and Lucille, definitely watch it. Then we have King Richard. King Richard, I mean, now, Richard Williams is definitely one of those like controversial, polarizing figures or whatever, but you cannot deny that if it was not for him, we would never know the amazing Venus and Serena Williams. So you got to give him that at least. And, you know, but this movie was great. I know people have funny feelings about Will Smith as an actor, but me, I love Will Smith as an actor. Like, his personal life, he, you know, whatever. But, you know, acting-wise, I think Will Smith is definitely a charismatic and interesting actor. And I really think he took this role very seriously and embodied this, you know, embodied Richard Williams down to the way he walks, his, like, the way his, you know, his cadences, the way he speaks, his little Louisiana accent. I think that Will Smith definitely did the damn thing, and he definitely deserves an Oscar for this one. You know he won his Oscar bad now. You know he won it, okay? And he deserves it. I think he did a pretty damn good job. This movie was inspiring, empowering, all the good things. Like, who doesn't want to know the story of Venus and Serena Williams? Like I said, yeah, it was told mostly through the lens of their father, but, you know, I think one day they'll get another biopic, or maybe Serena might get a biopic. I'm not sure. But yeah, I think King Richard was pretty damn good. Like, yes, Richard Williams did have an outside family, but, you know, that wasn't what this movie was about. But we know. The hood knows, okay? The hood knows. But yes, King Richard, I think it's on HBO Max. Check it out. It's good. And then lastly, we'll talk about Cruella, because Cruella surprised me. It really surprised me because, like, I knew it was gonna be like a, you know, it's meant for the kids, you know what I'm saying? But I love that it told like the story of the village, or like I love a good villain origin story. Like, Joker was good. I feel like this is like Disney's version of Joker, you know, like where it gave Cruella some type of humanity, because obviously you see it on 101 Dalmatians, and you're just like, oh, why is this lady so evil? Like, damn, like, what's her problem? And I just, like, Emma Stone did the damn thing. Like, that's a kid's movie, and she was just doing the damn thing. It was definitely put Emma in more things. Like, she plays a great villain for sure, but she definitely carried this movie, and it definitely put her in her own like class. Like, I feel like it definitely, for me, put her more on my radar, because I've always loved Emma Stone. Like, Easy A is one of my favorite movies of all time, but to see her in like a different type of role like this one is great. Like, we all know she could be like the cute, fun, like quirky girl, but like, this was definitely a different lane for her, and she definitely gave. Honorable mention is a movie called Monster. This is another Netflix original. I feel like this one was very underrated. Like, I feel like no one talked about it. This is a movie that was based off of a Walter Dean Myers novel, and Walter Dean Myers makes a lot of, like, you know, young teen, like, what is it? Like, he makes a lot of, like, if you were a kid like in the 2000s, 90s, you definitely have read you a Walter Dean Myers novel or two. Like, he makes great books for like young Black kids. And this movie was one of like those books, and it was about this kid who gets wrongfully accused of, what was it, killing a or shooting and robbing a corner store. And it was very interesting. I think it was very interesting. Great cast. I think Jennifer Hudson is in this one as well. And the guy from the movie called Waves, which is a horrible movie, but he did great in this movie. I really like him. I want to see him in more stuff. Also, Lovey Simone makes an appearance. I love me some Lovey Simone. A$AP Rocky's in this one. I mean, A$AP Rocky, I mean, he didn't do too bad in this one. Like I said, I feel like A$AP Rocky is one of the people who just plays himself and when he's like acting, even though he hasn't really been in anything other than dope. But this one was a little bit more. He played more of a role because he was more of a main character in this movie. And it was pretty good. Let's talk about animation stuff. Encanto is amazing. I wish I saw it in theaters. Lin-Manuel Miranda did the goddamn thing, okay, when it comes to this soundtrack, okay? He may have had some missteps when we talk about In the Heights and casting, but when it comes to songwriting, you're not seeing him. You're not seeing him, okay? Like, I'm sorry. He be putting his whole foot into them soundtracks. Like, we don't talk about Bruno. That's up there with, like, You Got a Friend in Me. Like, it's up there with Circle of Life. Like, it is up there. Like, this was Disney excellence, hands freaking down. Like, next to Coco, this is probably one of the best Disney movies in the past, like, 5 to 10 years. Like, it's that good. I don't care. Like, and it has it has replay value. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's entertaining. It's funny. It has good characters. It gets you emotionally invested and in your feels like any Disney movie would. Like, it has that Disney charm. Like, it is just freaking good, and I really, really enjoyed it and watched it like 10 billion times since it came out. I really wish I saw it in theaters though, but yes, Encanto, freaking excellent. Excellent. Like, if you haven't watched Encanto, what are you doing? Watch it. But yeah, those are all my favorite television shows and movies of the past year. Let me know what your favorite television shows / movies of the past year. Put me on, give me some recommendations. Yeah, all that good stuff. Thank y'all so much for watching, and I'll definitely see y'all in my next video. Peace out, y'all.